Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Friday the 6th of August 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Lo Scarabeo Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what these cards have to say about Friday and what energy you'll be working with. Okay, so the first card is the Ten of Swords, the Fool, and the Eight of Cups. Okay, this is really interesting because the cards are really talking about a moment that is life-changing. So we've got the Ten of Swords here, and the Ten of Swords is a card that talks about rock bottom and negativity getting so strong that you feel paralyzed and you feel like you can't go on. And that moment really causes something to break, and it starts a new process, a new journey. We've got the Fool here starting out, big dreams, no actual concrete plans. And then we have the Eight of Cups, someone walking away as well and saying, this may be good, or it may have been good and suited me in other parts of my life, but it no longer suits me and I'm going to have to walk away and find something more meaningful. So it's about a journey for these two. And usually the Ten of Swords sees someone lying face down with the 10 swords stuck in his back. So it's really a personal rock bottom. But in this card, we've even got the theme of the journey here in the Ten of Swords. This man, he's not even facing the swords. He's standing here and he's looking out over the hills, and the sun is either rising or setting. So the end of one day and beginning of another. And it's really about, where am I going? So all of these cards are talking about journeys in some way, leaving something behind and looking at what's new and what's out there and what's possible. So the first thing I get, really, if something in your life has been broken for a long time, then this spread of cards is saying, do you know what? At some point you have to realize that something cannot be fixed, and that some things, whether they do have good qualities and redeeming factors, but they're not all good, they're still problematic. Sometimes you can't fix those things, and even the uncertainty of a future that is completely opaque is better than putting up with something that just isn't going to work, and where you really get that knowledge and that realization that, wow, I'm in a pattern here, this really isn't working. You know, that kind of thing can become apparent in relationships. If you're having the same argument over and over and over again, or a pattern with your own behavior, you know, every 6 months something happens and you realize it's like, wow, I can't fix this by myself. So that's what the Ten of Swords is about today. It's so much negative pressure and energy coming down that it really combines, and it gets to a point of boom, it opens things up and it gives you back your perspective. So rather than being really obsessed and entrenched in something that just doesn't seem to work, and you're giving all your energy and your power and your drive to make it work, you have that split-second moment of, what am I actually doing here? I've been working myself to the bone, for example, for 10 years to make this work, and it's still not working. And this is the moment where I realize it's still not working. So things come to a head. And it's actually a good thing because it releases you and it shows you that there is a way forward which is much lighter, and that you don't need to carry around all this burden, and that you can start over, and that you're not doomed to repeat the same things over and over again. Then we have the Fool. The Fool is a major arcana card. It's 0, so it's before the first card, I find most logical, but some people also put it after the World card, after the last card of the major arcana, because it doesn't really matter where the Fool goes. The Fool is that energy that's either comes after an ending or it precedes a beginning. The Fool is that energy that exists somewhere outside our experience before something is even conceived. It's that eternal potential of something being able to be conceived of. So, you know, the trust that we all have that someone out there is going to have a great idea tomorrow. That's what the Fool is about. So it's the most alive energy there is. It's not about the details. It's not about getting things right or success or how I look. It's really all about I'm alive, therefore I move forward. And it really doesn't matter what the outcome is. What matters is that I'm alive right now in this moment. So that's what this brings you back to. It kind of it takes away the one, it takes the self out of the picture, and it really reveals all this pressure, who you really are, and that you do have amazing options that are far less difficult, and that you can really turn the clock back and really conceive of new ways of living. So you find a way out from under. Yeah, you find a way out from under all this worry and difficulty and obligation. And you tap into that youthful spark of life, which says there are other ways of doing things. You don't have to stay trapped here. There is a different way of existing on this planet. So look into those. And it gives you the courage to say, I don't care if I don't know how this is going to turn out or what the details are about. I'll figure it out as I go. And then finally, the Eight of Chalices. This card is really very much about things in your life being a certain way and a lot of good stuff being there, right? I mentioned that just now already. But despite the fear, your intuition keeps telling you, hey, your life isn't quite right. This doesn't make you happy. Don't accept it. Don't just settle. Keep going on your journey. It's that spiritual push that nags you to realize your purpose. So on the one hand, we have this moment of clarity and relief. You can let go of the burdens. And then we have this natural push to explore and to have new experiences. But it's not just about new things which you'll create. It's also having the courage to walk away from things permanently because you now have this insight and this recognition and this understanding. This is never going to work, so I'm actually going to pack up my stuff and I'm going to go. Or this course or this career shouldn't be this difficult. I'm going to find something else that is more aligned with my talents. So I'm going to walk out of this job or this degree or whatever to make sure I can find a different way of living. So it's a great day where you're able to really dismantle structures in your life which don't actually help you, which oppress you. But you think they help you. You don't know how to get unstuck. And today you have all the energy in the world to get yourself out from under and to find a lighter and more positive way of being alive. Hooray! So you're not being forced or pushed anywhere. You're really, that comes to a head. It's so much that it ceases to have any influence on you and you start over for yourself in earnest. 10, I love this. I really love this energy. It's so, yes, I can start again. We've got 10 and 8 is 18. 1 and 8 is 9. 9 is spirituality and completion. So it really ends one cycle and you're really able to get out from under and find a way forward. So have a fabulous day. This looks really amazing. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. If you would like a personal reading with me, then please get in touch via my website. It's gregoryscott.com. On the front page, click on book your reading to audio reading with me. If you like this video, then give it a thumbs up. Please hit subscribe and share the video online. Have a lovely day and I'll speak to you tomorrow.